Are you looking for a way out? With everything that's going on in the world, war in the Middle East, war in Ukraine, seemingly endless political dysfunction in the United States, we could all be forgiven for wanting an escape. I'm not talking about a vacation. I'm talking about a bolt hole where you feel safe. Where, even if there's a crisis going on elsewhere in the world, it doesn't have to bother you. To put it mildly, our world faces some hefty problems. War, the effects of climate change, ongoing inequalities, but it goes without saying that some countries are better prepared for these challenges than others. Some countries are better prepared for crises, or less likely to experience the worst outcomes from a crisis. We saw that during the COVID-19 pandemic, which did not hit every country equally. The robustness of a country's government, its wealth, or lack, of natural resources, and its relationships with its neighbors and trade partners, all play a role in helping any nation to weather a crisis. The Simon Letter periodical, edited by my husband, Lief Simon, and produced by my publishing company, Live and Invest Overseas, will this month publish an extensive study of various countries' preparedness for the next major global crisis. But here's where it gets interesting. Lief's and my beat is expat life and moving overseas. From our point of view, there's no point knowing that a country is well prepared to weather the next crisis if you can't actually move to that country quickly and easily and take advantage of all it has to offer. For example, New Zealand is one of the world's most politically stable countries, rich in water reserves, very safe, and quite climate change friendly. But it's difficult to move there to live, unless you're moving for a specific job or to start a particular business. And foreigners can't own property in most circumstances. It's interesting to know which countries will survive the coming storms, but it's much more useful to be able to make a plan so that you can not only survive, but thrive, no matter what happens in the world. The most important consideration in any bug-out plan is residency. You'll want to establish residency in at least one other country, and owning property there is also ideal. Having a bug-out plan isn't about doom or gloom or being paranoid. It's about being prepared for the consequences of life-changing conditions. And setting up a second residency and home overseas is a good investment regardless of the outcome. Even if the worst-case scenario never happens, you'd have somewhere that you could call home indefinitely or use as a potential vacation or retirement destination. Here are some highly resilient, safe and peaceful countries where you might consider getting a Plan B residency right now.